Now, other changes that happen with me is, if you know me, I am a very happy person. I am fun, I am happy, I am energetic. I don't like seriousness. I don't like sadness. I don't like anything like that. I like everyone to be cheerful and joyful and happy. And I was not like that here. And I'm also very sociable, and I love going out. Now, while at this place, one of the changes that happened was I wanted to go out all the time, but I didn't want to leave, if that makes sense. Like, it's like a little bit of me was still in there. Like, I wanted to go out, I wanted to do stuff, I wanted to get out of the house. I was feeling very isolated, partially because I was kind of isolating myself, because it was like I didn't want to see or talk to anybody except for my fiance and my cousin Janelle. Those were the only two people I wanted to see and talk to. Other than that, I didn't want to be bothered. I would become very withdrawn. I didn't want anybody to bother me, basically. I just wanted everyone to leave me and my basement alone. Other changes that happened with me was I became suicidal. I became very suicidal, and I promise you I'm 100% fine now. Don't worry. But I would actually imagine in my head and visualize it, how I would do it, where I would do it. I have attempted it quite a few times, but it's like the little bit of me that was still in there stopped myself, and I was like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to die. I don't want to do this. And it's almost like I could hear voices in my head telling me, do it. Just saying, do it, do it, do it. You know you want to do it. You know, just horrible things like that, telling me like I'm worthless. You don't, you know, nobody would care if you died. Nobody would notice if you died. Like, stuff like that. Like, nobody cares about you. Like, it's just, it was horrible. And I also had very bad thoughts in my head. Very bad thoughts that I really don't want to go into detail about. But it was mostly about hurting other people. I would never, ever, I promise, hurt somebody. Not even emotionally. I'm the type of person that I think about how I would feel in somebody's position, and I would never do anything to anyone who I would not want done to me. I'm a very loving, caring person, and if you know me, you know that. So these are reasons why this is very unlike me. And this all happened after we moved into this place. Another thing that happened was I got the song The Itsy Bitsy Spider stuck in my head, and I would sing it constantly. I would sing it to myself constantly. I don't know why. I would have moments where I would black out, kind of. Like, one minute I would be sitting on the couch, the next minute I would be in the kitchen, and I don't remember getting up and walking into the kitchen. I don't remember it. I remember feeling very scared all the time for just no reason. Feeling very scared, thinking somebody was watching me. The way the layout was, you would go up the stairs, and then there would be a bedroom right at the top of the stairs, and then you would round the corner, and then there would be the master bedroom down a hallway in the bathroom. So every time I would round that corner to go to the bathroom, I was always afraid that there was going to be somebody there in the hallway. I was going to see something. I remember this was a side-by-side duplex, and there were neighbors next to us, and they had dogs, and I remember whenever they would let their dogs out, they would bark at the windows on our side of the duplex. I remember looking out the one window that looked out into the backyard, and I remember the dog was looking up at the window barking, and I was like, what the fuck? Other things that happened was just, oh man, like, I changed so much. Like, I would rage. Like, I am very physically fit now, but at the time, I was not fit whatsoever. I had trouble lifting a gallon of milk. I was not a fit person. I was pretty weak. You know, it was not good. But there were times I would get so angry and I would just start freaking out. I punched quite a few holes in the walls. At the time, I should not have had the strength to punch through a wall. I threw a heavy wooden chair across the room, shattering a window. I bashed my head against the wall repeatedly, putting a hole in it. That was other things I would do. I would constantly hit my head against the wall. Now, I remember these. I do remember all of these things, but it's almost like I can't believe I was once like this. Like, it's not like me at all. I was just a completely different person. I changed, and it was scary. Other things that happened were me and my fiance would fight all the time. I would attack him for no reason. It was almost like I had like these thoughts in my head that everything was his fault. I blamed him for things that were not his fault. I blamed him for everything, things that I didn't even. It was weird. We fought all the time. Like the whole wooden chair shattering window. Yeah, I was throwing that wooden chair at him. It was getting bad. And I want to say by the end of the summer, we were like, we need to get out of this house. You know, we need to get out of here. This place feels so, it was so negative in that house. It was so thick you could cut it. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, the negativity in that house was horrible. You could feel it. So I was like, I want to get out of here. I want to move. Because I was living with my dad for like a while in the summer, and it all stopped. I felt fine. I felt like myself again, and it was weird. And my fiance noticed, and my family noticed. And then by the middle of summer, I moved back into the house, and it all started again. I started changing again. I tried committing suicide again. Everything was just awful. It all started again. So we decided we needed to move out, and as quickly as we could, we started looking for a new place to live around July. We didn't find a new place to live until October, so that was an awful last few months. The day that we moved out and moved into here, it stopped. I completely went back to normal. I changed. Friends and family commented on it. My fiance commented on it. I felt lighter and noticed a difference. It's crazy. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it might have been oppression. I don't know if it was, maybe just the negative energy that was in the house, maybe from previous tenants. I don't know if anyone died in the house. I don't know if anything happened there. I never really looked into it, but weird things happened there, and I'm happy to be out of there. This was the last place we lived in. Now we're living here, and things have been so much better. I'm so happy. Nothing happens here. Things that happen there don't happen. Like the Netflix thing, I never have that problem with Netflix. Other things that happened at the house was whenever me and my cousin would Skype, we would hear a weird clicking noise over Skype, and it would get really staticky and just all this weird stuff. And we've not had that problem with Skype since moving here. We never hear those noises over Skype anymore. I rarely have nightmares anymore, and if I do, it's just like your normal occasional nightmare. Another thing that happened at that house a lot was I had a lot of sleep paralysis. If you don't know what that is, it's where basically, from what I gather, it's when you wake up but your body still thinks it's asleep, so you're paralyzed. I had that constantly at that house. I have not had any bad thoughts. I have not had any suicidal thoughts at all. I do not want to die. My fiance and I have not had another fight, like, at all. I think other than, like, bickering over who has to make coffee in the morning. We don't fight ever. I'm more social. I go outside all the time. I don't feel like everyone's gonna get me. I have a very I don't care attitude now. Like, if I think someone doesn't like me, I don't really care anymore, whereas I used to care a lot. I don't really care now. If you're not gonna like me, you're not gonna like me. I'm not gonna change myself for somebody else. I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with my life. So, yeah, things are so much better now. I'm so happy to be out of that house. And I'm hoping that I don't have another experience like that again, because we are actually looking into buying a house now. So whenever we look at houses, I am not settling for a house that I have that feeling again. I learned my lesson. If I have a bad feeling, don't get that house. So, yeah. So, that's my story. There are definitely a lot more to come. I have a lot of stories. I have a lifetime of stories. I've had experiences from the time I was born until now. My next video might be, I guess you could consider my first paranormal experience. I don't remember it. I'm going by my mom's point of view when telling the story. I think that my mom said I was only like 10 months old. I was really little. But the story that I'm going to tell you, I honestly believe that this is it affects my life now, like subconsciously. I think that honestly I'll get into it. I'll get into it in the next video. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my story. If you can, if you've ever had experiences, comment and let me know. I love hearing people's personal experiences. It was a creepy feeling. My experience there was so bad. I changed as a person. I almost killed I feel like I was being pushed to kill myself. I feel like I was being pushed to hurt others. I never want to feel that way again. I felt very depressed, very alone, very isolated, very creepy, very scary. So yeah, I'm happy to be out of that house. I don't think I forgot anything. If I do remember anything more that happened in that house, I will just mention it in another video. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it and you want more paranormal videos, please like this video and subscribe. I'm going to be posting paranormal videos very often, every week. And if you like the paranormal and like ghost stories, then I really think that you'll like my channel. Bye!